Hey guys, it is Kevin here with another BusanKevin story video, and today I want to talk to you about a hiker in a suit. And because I was wearing a suit today, I thought this might be appropriate. So I'm just going to take you on a little walking tour of Kobe, Japan, show you some of the streets and what they look like, and tell you a story. So enjoy what you see and all that. And by the way, thank you for liking the video and subscribing to my channel. All right, started in a moment here. Okay, so hiking in a suit, not what you think would be the most practical clothing to wear when you're out into the great outdoors, or hiking wearing leather shoes. Maybe not the best thing. So many years ago, I was new to the country of South Korea, which is not where I'm at right now. This is Japan. And I lived in Korea. I was working as a teacher, an English teacher, and it was in 2002. And I lived outside of Seoul. And between Seoul and the place I lived, there was a very well-known national park called Bukhansan National Park, Bukhan Mountain National Park. And the geography of Korea is very mountainous. I think they say it's like 70% of the country is mountains. And a lot of them are very like a hard granite type mountain. And so I went to this park, and I'd been there once before with a coworker who took me there hiking. So I knew how to get there. Now, I went there on my own on the train, and I went up the same hiking trail I went previously with my coworker. Now, it was a pretty hard slog because it was pretty much just straight up, straight up, straight up. And so, you know, you're going through some trails, some forest, and then you get to some points where it's just like sheer, like a granite face, and the actual trail just turns into like a ledge that's maybe only about less than a foot wide. And, you know, down from the ledge, there might be like a 100, 200, 300 meter sheer drop. And there'd be like a metal cable that you would hold on to for safety. No safety ropes or cords or anything like that. So pretty treacherous. Now, I had to deal with a couple of ledges like that just scared the living hell out of me, because I am deathly afraid of heights. And I'm scrambling along, and it's a really hard hike, really hard. I'm just covered in sweat, and I was wearing I was wearing running shoes and shorts and a t-shirt, dressed for physical activity. And my shirt was just soaking wet, and the sweat just pouring off my brow. And I finally get to the top of this peak, a small peak in the range. And I get to the top, and I sit down, and I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm knackered, as they would say. And I sit down, and I pull out my bottle of water, and I'm drinking my water, and I pull out a snack, and I start eating my snack. And I'm sitting there, and a couple of other hikers come along, older people wearing lots of North Face hiking gear, because heaven forbid someone in Korea go hiking without North Face. So I am sorry about the noise there, but there's some construction. All right, so I'm sitting there. Something really strange happens. Someone very strange comes along. Up over the ridge comes a man who hiked up to the mountain. And what was so strange about it is what he was wearing. He was wearing a black suit, black pants, a black jacket, white dress shirt, black leather shoes, necktie, but the necktie was in his coat pocket, carrying a plastic bag. And there was only one way to get up that way. He had hiked the same route that I did, dressed like that. And what was amazing was the guy wasn't even really sweating. I was shocked. And he sits down a couple of meters away from me and looks at me and says, and I say, oh, which means like, hello. Big smile on his face. And he sits there and he goes, kind of looks out at the scenery, quite proud. Or not proud, satisfied with what he sees. And he puts his hand in his bag and he pulls out a couple of tangerines and a bottle of soju. Now, soju is a very popular alcohol in Korea. Koreans drink it straight. It's about 20 to 23% alcohol. And he pulled out a Dixie cup, paper Dixie cup, little cup out of his bag, opened up the soju and poured some, started drinking. Took a mouthful and went, ah. And looked at me, and he asked me in Korean if I'd like some soju. Big smile. Took the cap off the soju bottle and filled it with a little bit of soju and handed it to me. And I partook. I didn't want to be rude. I thanked him. I got up and I went on my way. And all I can say is that man was dressed like me, wearing black leather shoes and a suit. And yeah, impressive. Hiking in a suit in Korea. Hiking in a suit anywhere. What are you going to do? All right, guys. So it's Kevin here in Japan. Thank you for listening to another story and the GoPro story series. As I walk around showing you the streets of Japan, telling you stories that I hope you find fun and interesting. So take care, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Remember, check all the links below. Go like my Facebook page. Go follow me on Twitter. All that stuff. All the links are below. And yeah, again, thanks for liking the video, guys. Cheers.